I want to thank everybody for joining in. This is Ryan here from our Colorado Springs locations. We have one on the north and south side of Academy there, Colorado Springs. Ryan, how long have you been at those locations?
I've been here for about 3.5 years now.
Wow, awesome, awesome. And what is it that you do? What's your job title?
It is store media captain, which basically just fulfills the roles of a store media manager. I manage our social medias, our website, pretty much anything that has to do with outreach via Instagram, Facebook, uh, store outreach, stuff like that. Anything like that. That's what I control pretty much.
And how long have you been doing that for TJ and Jared, who are the franchisees there?
Actually, I think it's coming on about actually 6 months, I think now. We got it in, I want to say it was late August. So yeah, we're doing it
Okay.
for a little bit now, but
And what kind of spurred that on? Was it something that you were just already interested in, or is it
yeah.
something that the guys had kind of noticed that you were good at?
Yeah, so we had a original store manager, he left. And instead of just replacing him with another manager, we got these captain positions. So a few of the longer members of the of staff got those positions. So just kind of separate his job into four jobs. Um, I just, you know, when our manager would leave, I would end up doing the media stuff anyway. So it's kind of just I kind of just filled that role pretty smoothly.
Fantastic. So tell me a little bit about like and we'll see here in a minute, some of your awesome looking work, but is this something that's like a hobby for you on the side? Do you like creating content, or is it just kind of like a newfound passion that you didn't know you had until you started doing it?
Yeah, so when I was in high school, we had it's called a capstone project, and that's where we would just, we would go into our fields for our senior year project. Um, so I went into like video game streaming, and I went into website design and stuff like that. And I got really into it. My uncle is a website designer, so he kind of helped me out with that. Stuff like that kind of pushed me into that direction.
Awesome. Well, I could definitely tell that you have that kind of a background. So I want to go ahead and just share my screen, and then I've got some cheat notes on the side here too to kind of keep me in line. Okay, perfect. Okay, so here's the home page. Got a nice, great picture of the storefront. So this is obviously the north location. Um, a nice, great banner here that has your buy from us, sell to us, which I think is great because it has your store's custom gear that you bring in, right? Like so
Mhm.
specific to Colorado Springs North.
Yes.
Um, Great promotional layout here, and we're going to circle back because this is also something that you'll see on another page. So I love the repetition there. That's awesome. And then it just keeps on going. So this is just very shopping based, which is I think is something that a lot of our stores can can really enhance, and that there's a lot of people that have asked how to do this, but just some great examples right here to start on the homepage. So really strong homepage to start with. And then when I was on the visit, this is what stuck out to me. So there's a lot of stores that have been beginning to create these about us pages. This is probably the one, the best one that I've seen so far. You've got a great layout here with both of our franchisees, TJ and Jared. Some great bios that are in here that are fun, engaging. The two different storefronts. So just a lot of things that complement themselves. So again, just really impressive stuff. Also, the paint on the new store
Yeah.
is really popping. So I was congratulating Jared because I know he did that by hand. So
Oh yeah.
his work did not go to waste. And then this is really what started sticking out. I love the background of the storefronts with the guys. And then as we get into the staff here, this just really popped. So these images of the staff, again, the continuation of the bios. So I'm gonna stop rambling there, and kind of start letting you talk and speak a little bit about it. So how did you figure out doing this kind of a layout, and where did you go from there?
Yeah, so with all of our media stuff, it turned like we do a lot of stuff on our Instagram, Facebook that is extremely like just goofy and kind of weird. The website is one place where I wanted it to be kind of uniform. So you'll notice in like all of our pictures, we are wearing our quarter zip. played again shirts. We gave ourselves some freedom, right? We gave ourselves like the ability to change our hats and stuff like that. Don't need to comb your hair or anything like that. But something I really wanted it to also give to the rest of the staff was their ability to kind of customize their own bio. So you see, like on Alex's, it says, "Some would say he's the GOAT." Um,
Yeah, I love that.
that is something that he wanted to put on there. And I was like, okay, I got you. Um, but I'm still working on it, so a few of them still need to get out to me, reach out to me with their bios, but some of them are some of it is certainly kind of trying to keep it formal but also loose. Um, and we're actually just now starting to update some of the pictures, so some of the pictures are luckily changing soon.
Okay, okay. Well, it's
Myself.
it's it's a great it's a great balance. No, this is a great photo, man. You shouldn't change that one for sure. But I do have to give you a hard time if it is about the logo, because I did notice
It
you are the
is.
only one, and you're the media captain, right? Like you're the maestro. So I just
Yeah.
thought, that was fun. Just because again, I can be very detailed, and that's something that I would miss because you're too close to it, right? You're like and then me, I wouldn't be trying to look at myself, so I would miss it for that reason. But
Yeah.
no, again, this is really great. Talking about Lexi's bringing her Southern hospitality as a baseball or a softball specialist. Just very personal, but also fun bios,
Mhm.
um, engaging images, like really cool. And I think something that kind of answers that question. A lot of people are like, well, some of my staff is, camera shy. So, this is
Yeah.
also really great here. So showing that there is an image,
Yeah. That
still kind
will,
of gives that personability.
yeah, just joined us on staff here, so
Okay.
that's until we get a picture of him. But
Awesome. Well, I thought that was new, so you must have just added that because I think last week it didn't have Joey from what I
yes,
remember.
there's a
So
few things I actually added a few things today, so there's some
awesome.
fun things on here.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it moving here. Next question. We went over that. Um, okay, so let's move on to your deals and events page because this was the other page that really stuck out to me. Um,
There's one of them.
so we saw some of the content on the homepage there.
Mhm.
Can you explain a little bit about, what your strategy was about, kind of showing that repetition on the homepage, but then also having it located on the deals and events page?
Yeah, so this actually isn't the only one from this. We can show that later. But what kind of my thought is it's a lot of people might not click onto it, but it is always nice to have so for those people who will click onto it. Um, right now, like our March winter and hockey blowout sale, that's a big in-store kind of thing, but it's not too much on the website. So having that be the first one up is kind of important to me. And then that one also does have the shop now button. Um, so it's one of those like it's more so to make it look more professional,
Sure.
rather than just having one spot where you can see it, and so you can get more information on it. Like if you did scroll up there to our deals and events and you clicked on that, there's a drop down menu and there's actually a brand new page for the
Oh,
whole.
March blowout.
Yeah, so
Fantastic.
I just put that in there. But it's got, when it started, obviously, but it has our two slides for hockey and winter, a little description below it, has shop now button, and then it drops down even more to an online deals with another shop now button.
Oh, wow.
And then
So these are codes over here on this flyer on the left.
yep,
These
yep,
are codes that they can use on the website. Is that right?
yes. Yeah, it's those are the promo codes
Nice.
for
Okay.
the March deals. And then below that we have I just put the we'll still buy it kind of thing. Just to remind people that, we are still buying stuff even though we're having this major blowout sale.
Fantastic. And shout out Colorado Springs. They do buy and sell some of the most gear out west. So one of our top used locations between the two of them for sure. So TJ and Jared definitely great ambassadors of the brand when it comes to buying and selling used gear. So shout out to everybody on the team for making that happen down there. So really impressive. So you said you just posted this quick question. So how long did it take you to put all of this together? Because I think a lot
Um
of people that are not as well versed as someone like yourself would be intimidated by it. And I think that's what prevents a lot of,
yeah,
people from being like, wow, like, what should I do here?
Well,
So,
luckily for me, a lot of these pictures I already had downloaded into our assets page, so I didn't really have to upload that much. Honestly, the thing that took me the longest was finding me the three pictures at the bottom for the we still buy stuff slides. Like it was just, those are two of our stock images and then the front of our store. But it took me the longest to find those in in the list. So um honestly, it probably took me about 45 minutes to think about like how I wanted to set it up. And then once I got that done, it was easy for both pages.
so just to kind of like put that in a summary, would you say like the most time consuming thing is the assets that are available, and
Yeah,
as
pretty
time goes
much.
on, that kind of alleviates itself because you're building up a lot of content that you might recycle or just change out
Yeah.
here and there on Canva when you need to?
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
is Canva what you use? I didn't, I just assumed, but
No,
or
I just grabbed it from our store assets, whatever
okay,
it's
sweet,
called.
sweet.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I mean the making of that stuff, I did it all on my phone. I did it off of the photo room app. So, I mean, I did it on
Oh
there.
wow,
Yeah, I did it on there and each one of those maybe took 5 minutes, maybe. Um, and that's again, most of that time is just finding a background picture. But
sure, sure.
uh
All right. All right, so we are going to go over, Ryan is going to go over and show all of us very quickly within the next 5 to 10 minutes about how you can enhance the About Us page at your store. So Ryan, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, so pretty much what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to separate everyone out into their own particular field. Obviously, it's always good to have the page open on another separate tab, just so you can kind of see what it looks like in real time. It does give you the option for, previewing it. I don't love it just because some things don't pop up sometimes, so I just like having it open in a separate screen, especially if it's already live. But biggest thing is when you are sorting it out, make sure that some of the you're separating it a little bit. So like I have TJ and Jared with their own certain come on. Stop pulling that down. Stop pulling that down. Thank you. All right. I have TJ and Jared with their own certain tags, right? So I have them with, these rectangular boxes, and then it switches to more of a box over a pink box over here for us. And then we have our own little things on the bottom of each picture. Um, Something big with separating it is also making sure it's uniform to an extent. You don't want it too uniform, like some of the bios might be a little shorter than others. So we're looking at, Lexi's, hers is super short. If we're looking at mine is, 2 sentences. Same with Alex, but Jared and TJ's are a little bit longer. Doesn't need to be like that, but it's always good to have something there. Um,
Sure.
oh,
Quick question. How do you know, and I know you're talking a little bit about the preview process, but how do you know where certain things are going to pop up where? Because I think that's where a lot of people get mixed up. Like they don't know what like what the tags are for all of these different sections.
yeah. Yeah. So for something like that, that's probably the best part to use the preview button. But like
Okay,
if we go to TJ and then we switch his, let's go with his accent color, switch that to, pink. Then we come over here to preview. Right. Now there's a pink accent on his picture.
okay,
And we can kind of see that with uh with that preview button. Some things won't pop up well, so actually I don't know if it's any slides on this. Well, when it gives you the option for a gray, it's usually just white, just a white background. So
okay,
you kind of might be guessing like, oh, it's going to show up on the preview as just white, but it's going to really be gray. No, it's just white. It's not really gray.
okay.
Um,
Do you
but
ever use the content specification guide on the support tab?
not really. No,
Did you know it was there?
I did not.
It's okay.
But
So kudos to you, man, for figuring that out that way. I'll edit this out, but when you get a chance, it's in the support tab. Take a look at that thing,
yeah.
and you're probably gonna be like, "Dang it, I wish I
Um,
knew this was here."
Oh, wow, look at
It's
that.
that one right there, the Play It Again Sports content specifications. Go to that tab.
Hmm, hmm.
It's very inconspicuous, so I've been trying to get the word out to stores.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, hey. Oh, wow, yeah, that's really awesome how I didn't know that existed.
I think this is great. I think this will be the equalizer for people that aren't so tech savvy like yourself. So, and
Yeah.
again, it goes to show your skill level that you're able to navigate this thing and have a great looking website. So hopefully this helps you out though in the future. And if there's anything that you had questions about, at least for like images and stuff, if you need to, if something's not looking the way it's supposed to according to this, then at that point you'd be able to put in a support ticket and maybe development could get in there and be like, oh, okay, thanks for letting us know. We can fix that. So
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah. Definitely good to find that one out.
So the images, I guess I would say, the
Mhm.
images, like the backgrounds for the staff,
Yeah.
um, like how did you think of like captain there and like the color scheme? Like how did that all come together? Because I think that's one of the things that pops the
Yeah.
most.
Oh, let me see if I can close this so I can go over here. Yeah. So for the captain backgrounds, um, really honest, I got the color from actually our shirts. So I think that's what got the colors. It was from our logo. Um,
Awesome.
and then our obviously put our captain next to our the captains, and then the stars represent years. We've been at the store. So Alex has been with us for 4 years. So he's our longest employee.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a cool little Easter egg there.
Yeah, so that's just something more for us to know. Not really. Customer might see that and be like, "Oh, what do the three stars mean?" I mean, it's not really like it's cool to kind of tell someone, but it's not really a a big thing. And then like the background is just, I did that on my phone, on photo room again. I think it was two boxes and then our picture. And I mean, it was 30 seconds of work and I think it looks okay. There's some things I'm going to change with it. I think I'm going to change it to just our Play It Again recycle logo, but I think it looks really good right now.
No, no, it definitely looks super good. By chance, are you paying a subscription for Photo Room or are you using the free version?
I am paying for it for what I did here. I don't think you actually need to. We use Photoroom for our online store, so that's why we pay for it.
Right.
But
Okay, so it's a tool that you already have.
yeah, it's a tool we already had. It's not something that you necessarily need to do. Like honestly,
Okay.
I think the background for Alex is already or white background over here. So I mean, it's not something I needed to do. It's just something that I kind of
Right.
wanted to do to kind of match it with the white of the website already. But some other things we've had other ideas about how to make our about us page, and I like all of them, but I think this one looks the most uniform, so I liked it.
How did I guess my last question on the About Us page is how did you get the alternating, you go to the top, TJ's on the left and then Jared's on the right, and then that continuous like flow. I
Yeah,
think that's probably the most eye-catching thing on this page.
yeah. So that's more with the block. Um, this block in particular, the promo banner block, it has image alignment, and that's just going to be like
Ah, okay.
that being left and right, and I just alternated it for the page. Um, some of them will be a little different than that. So like if we go to like our my new skate sharpening page, content alignment, you can go center on that one, but you can also go with left on that. So it'll look something like this. Um, but this is a page I'm working on right now, so actually it's not even done yet. But uh, but yeah, so it's just where the content aligns. Um, so it's really up to personal preference on that point where you want your where you want your words and then where you want your actual physical image. But I just try to do that on every page that I have these slides in.
Awesome. Well, those are some great insights. So I think I wanted to wrap up because I know that Mel is the e-commerce captain,
Yes.
and she'll probably have the most insights there. But I know both of these locations list all of their products. So can you tell us a little bit about just like as far as like what your knowledge goes and how you guys are able to accomplish something like that? So a lot of stores, would like to know how it's possible for you to be able to list everything and how you do it efficiently.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing with that is just staying on it. A lot of times, we've run into the problem here too, where we get really swarmed with buys, so it seems hard to get those pictures done. Um, but that photo room app helps with getting that white background to just to make everything look good. If my thing will ever
And it
work,
does. Yeah,
if my page will ever go up, I can show you. Okay, let's do that down there. If we come over here to our website and then go to our shop online tab and wait for that to load. Cool. Um, with that, all of our, we pretty much just try to get all the pictures done as soon as we get them in. If for some reason we can't, we wait until that night. But getting the stuff on the website is probably top three in our categories list. Obviously number one will be, checking people out, it's getting sales. Number two would be the buying, but number three is gotta be this online stuff. We get a lot of money from this, but we also get a lot of content interaction with this, whether that's people calling the store, sending us emails. So it's one of our most important aspects of our store.
fantastic. Well, I think that about wraps up our time. Once again, Ryan, big shout out to you, man. Keep up the great work out there. Really appreciate it again. And I'm sure we'll be in touch in the future.
Sounds
So
good.
thanks a lot. Have a great rest of your shift.
Thanks.
Tell the guys I said hi.
Of course.
Thank them too. All right. See you, man.